Hi team, good to see you. I'm going to spend a couple of minutes here just going through my collection. I haven't done a video on my collection for a little while, so I thought I'd just show you just little bits as to what I have. One of my most recent purchases has been Deadpool. So he's a ZD Toys Deadpool. Comes in the box. There he is. Looks really cool. He's got all his bits. I quite like the costume, the design. Let's come out of that. I'm going to leave him as much as we can in the box. So this is my Superman shelf here. So we've got the black suited Superman. We've got this one. We've got Superman in the box. He's a special limited gold label edition, anniversary edition from McFarlane Toys. We've got the artist proof Superman. He looks kind of cool. And we've got another. This is a bigger sketch edition artist proof. Right here. And then there's this McFarlane Toys one, which is actually just unpainted. Unpainted Superman one. Then next shelf is a little bit more eclectic. So I've got an Azrael Knight, which I think is kind of cool. Quite like the design of it with the flaming torch. Alright, he could do with a stand. A lot of them can do with a stand because they don't necessarily always stand up particularly well. There is my Steph Curry. Alright, I've got another one of those. This is my one that's going to stay in the box, but I do have one at school that's out of the box. Now this is a Bruce Lee. I tried for a while to find a decent Bruce Lee. This one doesn't stand again particularly well. This one is actually not a Bruce Lee. It's actually a custom Bruce Lee. Then I got a Sentry. Now I didn't know that they were going to be making the Sentry into a figure in the MCU, but I quite like the character, so I got a Sentry. And he's got also his other half down here. So he's out of his box, which is a bit of a shame, but you know. This is one of my Moon Knights. I've got a couple of Moon Knights. I've got a couple of them at work, and this is my Moon Knight for here. And then at the back, that's Rorschach from The Watchmen. And then I've got a Stan Lee with his autographed shield. He's still in his box. I've got one of the little sound waves, which is a kit that my son bought me. And then that's a Batman Beyond, I think. I don't remember now. And we've got an Apocalypse. I've got a couple of Apocalypses, but I quite like this guy. And on this shelf, we've got the start of my Warhammer. So these are the McFarlane Toys ones. They're in the box. There's a little bit of reflection off of the plastic. Not sure that I'll end up keeping all of these, but I've got them in here for the time being. I quite like the design on them. Here's a blood angel there, and there's an unpainted one. I've got a couple of them. And then down here, so there's a Joy Toy one, but these ones are actually Games Workshop miniatures that I have built and painted. I haven't painted that one. Oh, that's a Tau. Wasn't quite as impressed with the Tau. He's a Joy Toy. Here's a ship. Then when I got into the Blood Angels, my son helped me display these. So we've got a whole range of different Blood Angels and through here. Here's a Fiston in there. And we also found online you can get some Blood Angel kind of like Lego, they're fake Lego, but they're pretty cool. Now down here again, this is another Warhammer shelf. These are Ultramarines, but and Death Watch, and then one unopened Space Wolves Joy Toy. Oh, and we've got the Warhammer cards and my Avengers cards. So I don't know again as to whether the shelf will probably end up being adapted in the future. I've got down here Halo. So this is the start of my Halo figures. There's a big one there. So trying to find the decent Halo figures. Got some quite good ones. You can't know the green one in particular. And then that's a big version there. So that's this cabinet there. And then all the way up the top, we've got the Star Wars Lego. Trying to find room for the Lego, but also trying to find covers for them. So I've got this one, which hasn't been built yet. That one, yeah, we're going to build and then we'll put on the top up here. So this then becomes my Lego cupboard display. So this is the space Lego. It's pretty awesome. Whole range of different people inside. And down here, it's got a nice little car, Lego car. And that is the Friends set in the coffee shop. And we go down further, got Groot and Wolverine, and in the back there's a couple of special edition New Year ones that we've kept. There's a little Moon Knight figure. Good cans because they look good. And then we got the dragon, the New Year dragon, because we thought that looked kind of cool. And then we got some cars. So these are the Hot Wheels and special edition cars. They're ones that I like. So ones that possibly, like the Bugatti and the like, the Lamborghinis that I have had a minor obsession with since I was a child. Quite like that one. That's a New Year one. And then down here, that's a Action Man craft. This is again a little eclectic. That's a X-Wing fighter. It's a model. Here's a Lego Superman keychain, Lego Superman figure. Now it's not new, but it's also not old. It's a retro of the He-Man. And again, same thing here. It's a Star Wars, but it is a retro Luke Skywalker as opposed to a new or an old one. And down here we've got some Transformers. Here, quite impressed with the Happy Days, the Fonzie character. And then I quite liked Invincible, so I've got one of him. Robot from Invincible. And then there's the actual Action Man himself. He's going to stay in this box. So that's a little bit more eclectic, a bit more room to grow. Got some space in here. Then got down here, good old Horus, a Joy Toy. We also got some Funko Pops. So up here, these are my Superman. So it's a big Superman, and then a Superman with the comic behind. Then that's, I don't know if you can see that particularly well, it's a Stan Lee with a graphic behind it. That's pretty cool. And then we've got the Lego of the Avengers Quinjet figures on it. It'd be nice to get like an acrylic box to put them in, just to keep them safe and like. So I got some Funko Pops, mainly ones that I quite liked. So the Arachnite and the like, He-Man and Vision. Obviously I wanted to get a Weird Al. Then if we go down here, we do have the Blood Angels. Got another Superman. Clark Kent, another Superman, a couple of Supermen, and then a Halo pop. And then if we go down here, sporting icons, Muhammad Ali, there's Wilt, that's an all-star one, Michael Jordan, there's a Michael Jordan one, but that's his North Carolina college days. There's another Jordan one, that's a special edition, that's a USA one. And then another special edition USA one, and then over the end there's the Bulls Jordan. And then down in here, I've got a Magic Johnson and a John Wick. I do have issues with storing of Lego boxes, and so some of the Lego here, so that's a Galaxy Explorer, that hasn't been opened, that's just, and it's for storage. And then some of the other ones that have been opened, I'm just leaving them in there for the time being. This is actually the Friends Lego set. It's not as easy to see. You see they've got the different apartments here. And then you can go inside the apartment. You see what's happening.